Market is dumping. You're probably selling in panic right now. Yet there is only one asset that is going up, and this asset is Bitcoin Mascot. BT. Is this a play you should be getting into right now? Today we'll find out if BT is at a good entry right now and what is the fair value of the asset. In other words, will it go up? Let's start. Here's the structure for today. BT, the Bitcoin Mascot, leveraging Bitcoin FOMO, mascot of the biggest, highest market cap coin, most well-known crypto with trillions of dollars in market spent, highest SEO search ranking for Bitcoin, and the final of the whole thing. It's not going to be just a complimentary overview. We'll check the market cap, we'll check the current setup. Couple days back when I first called it, obviously it was a better entry point. Right now we just figure out what is the ceiling, what is the entry currently, and what is the narrative about the whole thing. What is the fair value of the asset? Is it worth to be getting into right now? Leveraging Bitcoin FOMO, and this is a very interesting one. I've been talking to a 40-year-old software development manager in one of the biggest antivirus companies in the world. Randomly, in the middle of a conversation, with an emotion of desperation on his face, he started talking about Bitcoin. We never talk about crypto, we're just talking about software development and management. How Bitcoin reached $110,000 just now, it was several months back. How people that just bought Bitcoin are doing very well, very nice currently, and how all the talk we had doesn't make much sense if we just bought Bitcoin. So imagine someone just spending his whole life on doing the project management. We've been in Dubai, so a very nice place. The guy has a bunch of money, but he still was talking about just buying Bitcoin, just doing nothing and living a very, very nice life. Because I do believe that human soul, the reason why we are in this world, it's not for work. Work is a shit to get our energy from us, to harvest us. But let's move on. Randomly, absolutely randomly, you probably had these experiences in life, just talking to someone and they start to talk about Bitcoin with these desperate emotions, FOMO and things like that. What is one of the most popular replies to the question, advice to younger self? Correct, buy Bitcoin. I was doing an interview with Thomas Crowell. He has $40-50 million at this stage, crazy thing. He's building a copy of Hyperliquid, it's already launched I think, and I asked at the end of the interview, what is your advice to younger self? Imagine the guy, he's very successful, he has done a bunch of stuff, right? He just said, buy Bitcoin. That's a very interesting thing that even these type of people who are very, very, very successful, he's like in top of 0.001% of people in the world. He still suggests younger self to buy Bitcoin, to not have probably all this trial and error, all this struggle in his life. Just have Bitcoin and just have fun. Buying Bitcoin is the biggest FOMO and pain of a lot of people have. They could have just enjoyed lives instead of working and dealing with all the problems only if they just bought, had conviction and held. This is the biggest FOMO that any person in this world actually have. We have to understand this. This is a very important thing in order to understand the narrative, in order to understand the whole setup of the thing. And this is a very important thought. No one is getting rich off Bitcoin right now. Only rich getting richer. Like if you're buying 120k Bitcoin with 10k, like maybe you'll get a 2x until the end of the cycle. You're not getting rich with it. It's just the rich buying Bitcoin with size and making richer. No one is getting rich off Bitcoin right now. But there is a chance with Bitcoin Mascot. If the fair value of Bitcoin Mascot is way higher than value of most of the meme coins out there, right? This is something we will essentially be figuring out today. Closest thing to regular people and most appealing to them in connection with the biggest crypto asset specifically. We will talk about this later. Moving on. And by the way, look at this artist. Probably someone who wanted to buy Bitcoin, who knew about Bitcoin, but unfortunately didn't buy Bitcoin. Now he has to slave his life away. Mascot of the biggest, highest market cap coin. There is constant fight between different mascots of different things recently. What is the real mascot of Base, Brett Toshi? Who is the mascot of Tone? Who is the mascot of Ethereum? Why there is a constant fight about this, about different mascots? Because people see intrinsic value in the mascots of anything. It's a very clear, logical thought process. If anything has a mascot, then this mascot should have a percentage of value of this anything. On top, mascots are very often very good memes, and many mascots as memes definitely had a lot of success in the industry. Brett probably achieved the closest status to a mascot of anything, based here specifically. What is the fair value of a mascot? To have based on the value of the main asset. 5%, 10%. The biggest meme coin of any chain should retain up to 5 to 10% of value of any chain out there. The same thing kind of works with Mascot. And some people might say, oh, but this is a Mascot of Bitcoin on Solana. Yes, because Solana is the best decentralized exchange out there. When you're on Solana, you essentially have exposure to the biggest amount of people out there, right? And secondly, when this thing is on the centralized exchanges, Coinbase and Binance, people don't care if it's coming from Solana. People just don't care in the first place what chain it actually went out from. How does the calculation look like if it's a Mascot of Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a $2.5 trillion asset. That's 2,500 billions in value, just to understand it easier. Mascot of Bitcoin should be what, 5% of that? That's 125 billion in value. More than any meme coin was able to achieve, even Doge. Crazy numbers to see right now, but it has the highest ceiling of all the meme coins ever created by man. Again, highest ceiling of all the meme coins. I just want you to focus on the ceiling because it's a very, very important thought. Highest ceiling of all the meme coins. The meme coins, when they mature, they're turning into the assets that people are just using as an exposure to different ecosystems, right? For example, like Pepe currently people see as this like leverage play on Ethereum. If you want to have this exposure to Ethereum, just buy Pepe, and a lot of things like this, they actually work with the biggest, largest meme coins out there as well. Here, this one is the Mascot of Bitcoin, the biggest cryptocurrency in the world at this stage. Probably will continue to be the biggest cryptocurrency, which means that it actually has the highest ceiling in comparison to all of the meme coins out there. There is just nothing out there 100% that can have highest ceiling. Point number 3, Bitcoin is the most well-known crypto with trillions of dollars in market cap. This one is very important. In order to get people bullish on anything, they have to understand it first, at least to a certain extent. What is the crypto asset that spent the most on its marketing? Correct, Bitcoin. Tens of billions of dollars spent, maybe hundreds if not even trillions. Easiest thing to sell to the market in connection to this asset, Bitcoin Mascot. Easy, less is more. It's a very interesting take because when Nero first came out on the market around a year ago, I was saying something, guys, like it's probably the next thing because it's very, very easy to sell to retail because it's what it's like a Dogecoin sister. And Binance eventually agreed with me. And they eventually cabbled Nero and they eventually pushed it to $1 billion market cap, right? Because they thought that probably is the narrative. Maybe someone from Binance is watching my videos, right? But this thing, if you think about that, it's kind of even easier because yeah, people know Dogecoin, but probably way more people know Bitcoin, especially at this stage, because Dogecoin is kind of the thing from the previous cycle. Like it's not that powerful at this stage, right? Bitcoin still everyone knows. Still everyone has FOMO. Man, like it was 2 years ago, it was at $15,000. I should put just all of my money there. I would have 6-7x my money and I would do nothing. There is a very, very small list of things in this world you can do in order to actually 7 or 6x your money in the course of 2 years, especially when doing nothing, right? You would always have to do something. Most likely you would fail. You would not 6 or 7x them. And here, you just had to do nothing. And this is what we're talking about here, is the Mascot of Bitcoin. The easiest thing out there to be known by everyone. What is crypto? Crypto is Bitcoin. Bitcoin Mascot? Wow. This is like, you have to understand, trillions of dollars in marketing actually spent on letting the world know about Bitcoin. The best marketing, as usual, in this sphere is just a green candle, right? Bitcoin just going all up and up and up. This thing is Bitcoin Mascot. There is honestly nothing better. Obviously, we've been talking about FOMO, and it kind of copies this Shiba Inu type of run because of the cute coin and things like that. And BT is not that cute, but from the recognition point of view, like it's way easier for people to get to know and understand instantly. Bitcoin Mascot, all right. It's probably undervalued at this stage. It's like you don't have even to look at the market cap. You have to just think how many people know about Bitcoin Mascot BT at this stage. Maybe 20,000 people, right? How many people bought? How many people are actually holders? Less than 2,000, and you have an option from your end to know about this thing already, right? This is the only thing you should know about, because just this order of magnitude that this thing should be reaching over and over time, just because it's so simple to understand. You don't have to like know crazy narratives like 4th book of Matt Fury, who is the creator of Pepe, and this is the character, 3rd and 4th character, who is the brother of the cousin of the wife of the child of the brother of the father of the grandpa, and this is why you should buy. Nah, you have Bitcoin with $1 trillion market span, and this is the Mascot. That's fucking easy. There are assets of new wave coming up on the market. With an all-time high break of Ethereum, most of crypto people should finally leave depression, seeing the assets that were DCAing into 4 years finally showing green. This is a very interesting take. I just heard recently that most of crypto holders are actually in depression currently because nothing pumps for them. No one was holding Bitcoin, no one pretty much was holding Ethereum. Like everyone sold Ethereum when it went to certain $100, right? So most people, they're either holding alts or meme coins, and we did not have alt season, we did not have huge meme coin run. So most of the crypto holders are actually in depression right now. And I'm saying there is a new wave of assets that don't even have the current crypto holders as a target audience, just people from the outside. Just think how careful this narrative actually is, how insane it is. This will cause a surge of new cohorts of people into the market. Remember the start of the crypto journey. What was it for you? Let me guess, buying Bitcoin. I can tell you about myself. In 2021 in May, I was buying Bitcoin at $60,000, right? At the absolute insane top. I was not buying anything else. Why? Because it's the most marketed and well-known thing. Understand what the fuck is happening, what the fuck I'm trying to transfer here. What do you do when you want to buy something? You Google it first. What would you see? Bitcoin.org website with a funny grumpy fat mascot on it. BT. Instant recognition. Again, no one is getting rich off Bitcoin. Off BT, a lot of people might. Again, just as a test, just Google Bitcoin, right? Scroll down, the first website is bitcoin.org. You open this website, right away, there is a chance for you to see BT, right here. At the bottom of the page, you do some things. You see BT as well. This is an ultimate recognition. Right away, nothing has something like this. This is a pretty insane thing, to be honest. Final. Billions of people know Bitcoin. Less than 10,000 know Bitcoin Mascot for now. You are one of them. Understand this shit. Understand what I'm trying to transfer here. Again, I'm probably going to talk about this a bit more moving further. I do believe more and more things will be coming in the future because this is just insane. Was there a better narrative in crypto? And a thought that I just had, maybe there was, because maybe there were some memes that are well known by the general public right away, like Pepe, for example. But again, none of them has trillions of dollars in marketing spend connected to Bitcoin. None of them are Bitcoin mascots. And the fact that as a meme, this thing is not well known actually gives you an edge. This is the reason why you can buy it in under $600,000 in market cap at this stage. There is an edge. There is actually an edge in the fact that this is not a well-known meme. People would just jump into right away, but it's a very simple thought process with trillions of dollars spent in the market spend. There is Bitcoin, there is a mascot of Bitcoin. No one is getting rich off Bitcoin, so you're buying the mascot. That's very fucking easy and simple. Thank you very much for watching this one. Stay healthy and rich. I shall be seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.